Hi there, Andy at the Car Source to give you a look at this lovely Mazda mx-5. Just arrived in as a trade-in from a local gent here who needed a bigger car for the grandkids. So I'll tell you a lot more about the history of the car and all that kind of thing, and show you around obviously in detail, inside and out, show you the condition and the spec, the service history, all that kind of thing in detail. Just before I show you around the car, just to let you know who you're dealing with, please Google the Car Source Glasgow and you'll see reviews. We've got a good reputation for a reason. We're a small family-run company. Reputation matters to us. We look after customers. We're very fussy in terms of the types of cars that we sell. We don't just take anything into stock. If we've got a really nice, genuine, low mileage car like this, then we'll offer that for sale. So we're very fussy about the cars and the history of them, and also the customer experience. We don't mess anyone around. We don't have salespeople on commission, so if you phone us and you want a personalised video or any information about the car, any of our team will be happy to give you any information with no pressure, no silly sales tactics, just an honest and helpful service. The lines on this car, it really is, I think it's a beautiful looking car. It just retains the old mx-5 you know, style and drivability, so very, very fun to drive. So I think Mazda have done a good job of, you know, modernising it, making it a very, very stylish looking car, but also keeping the enjoyment of the original. Very fast, very good to drive. So it's in very, very nice condition, this car. The important things for us is that all your panel gaps, for example, are nice and even, and there is no sign at all of previous accident damage. We know the full history of this car. As I say, it's been privately owned from new, and there are no signs of accident damage or anything like that at all. It's a nice looking original car. We've had this up on the ramp and we do a full inspection. So we do a full mechanical inspection, bodywork inspection, history check, everything needed to make sure you're getting a genuine looked after car. So we're very, very fussy in terms of what we sell. This is a full Mazda service history, privately owned Mazda mx-5 that's been cherished and not driven hard either. The gent that traded it in was an older couple that owned this car, so it's not been owned by a young lad and thrashed and anything like that. It's been a very, very well looked after and cherished car. So looking under the bonnet, everything looks great. So there's no concerns at all about anything. All the front chassis and everything looks nice and original. So we're very, very happy with the condition of this car. As you can see, the engine is nice and clean, all in line with what you would expect for the low mileage. So in terms of mechanical condition, I mean, it is pretty much a new car, under 7,000 miles and the full Mazda service history. So lovely, lovely original car. So stunning, stunning looking car in lovely condition. I should say, if you're local to Glasgow and you want to come and look at this car, view it and test drive it, you're very welcome to do that, as you normally would. If you're further afield, that's not a problem. We can do free delivery on this vehicle within 200 miles, or if you're further away than that, just give us your postcode and we'll get you a quote. So we are happy to do personalised video and meet you if you're not local. We'll be happy to do that, answer any specific questions, look at the car in more detail. That's not a problem. Before we do delivery for you. So the story with this car is very, very low mileage. It's under 7,000 miles from new. That is guaranteed genuine mileage. The car has had 2 private owners from new. There's 3 owners in paper. The reason for that is the first owner was only 1 month. That's the Mazda dealer. So the local Mazda dealer had this car brand new, sold it to a gent who owned it for the first 3 years. He traded it in for another brand new mx-5, so he must have enjoyed the car and been happy to have another one. I guess a lot of people with these cars have had a few, you might have had a Mazda mx-5 yourself before. If you've had an older mx-5, this is very, very similar to drive. They really do feel the same, just you've got obviously the new technology and the sat-nav and all that kind of thing that you don't have on the older ones, and I guess low mileage, reliability and a lack of rust. If you've had an old mx-5, the old ones were prone to rust, and this obviously is only a 2018 car in lovely condition. So looking along the passenger side of the car as well, lovely, lovely condition. No damage to report at all. There may be the odd stone chip or imperfection, that kind of thing, but overall the car is in lovely, lovely condition all round. So I'll show you the service history and everything here with the car as well, and the ownership details. We have got the history file, that's all clear and everything's matching up, so there's no concerns there at all. There is your two Mazda keys. It's running at the moment, as you can hear. There's no keys in ignition. It's the keyless entry and your nice stop-start button there as well. So you've got all your paperwork here. This is your Mazda manual, and the V5 there. I'll just cover the last owner, but we've got the V5 here for you. All the paperwork is in order, and here is your service history. As you might know, that's one of the previous MOTs, so that's all there, and mileage is all adding up perfectly. So here is the service record carried out by the local Mazda dealer, Parks Mazda in Ayr, and there's the first service in 2019 at only 1,600 miles, the next service in 2020 at 3,900, and then 2021 at 5,500, and they suggest the next one would be due in about a month or so's time, 2022, at about 7,000 miles, which is roughly what it's at just now. So we'll do a full fresh service on this car for you. Anything needing done will be done. This car will come with a brand new year's MOT as well, so this will go through the workshop, and anything that that we think we would want to do to this car will be done. So things like brakes, for example, will all be checked, and you won't have anything to do on this car. It comes with a proper guarantee as well, so I'll run through the details of the guarantee in a wee minute for you. So half a tank of petrol at the moment, exact mileage 6,898, so roundabout just under 7,000 miles on the clock. So the first owner, as I say, had it for 3 years. He traded it in for another new one, and then the second owner bought it. Him and his wife loved the car, only he then had grandkids to look after and put in the back, so they needed a larger car, so he just bought a larger car from us to fit the grandkids in the back, and traded in this mx-5. He was very sad to see it go, but needs must, so we have this car up for sale. So it's a 2 litre, the speed is great, and the economy is not bad as well, so you're getting a lot of performance and a lot of enjoyment in this car. You have heated leather seats in the front, so black leather seats in lovely condition. You'd expect the condition to be like this with the very low mileage. A bit of red stitching, which is very nice. That's on the steering wheel as well as the gear stick. So a very stylish interior. You've got the black on the doors as well, at the top, and the red stitching on the doors. So very stylish car. So spec wise, you've got electric mirrors as you'd expect, electric windows. I said you've got the heated seats. There's your the buttons there for that, so that's a heated seat on. You've got the display in the middle. I quite like the Mazda. It's not too low down. Some stereo units and so on are in the middle of the dash, and the Mazda's near the top, so if you're using navigation, you don't really need to take your eyes off the road too much or anything. So we hit into sat nav, you can zoom in and out, you can plan your route and everything that you need with that. If we hit into the music, you've got your centre buttons there to easily scroll through everything, so it's quite nice to navigate. And you've got digital radio as well as FM and so on as well. So a nice touch screen. You can connect your phone by Bluetooth and all that kind of thing as well. So you've got all the modern technology that you need. You've also got the cruise control and speed limiter there. So that's really handy if you're in a kind of 50 limit and want to set your speed. You've got your Bluetooth controls on the steering as well. and you've got lane departure warning and so on as well, so a few extra safety features. But beautiful car to drive. Interior wise, you've got your cup holders there in the middle. The old MX-5 used to have a lockable compartment here. This has got your lockable compartment up at the back there, so if you do have the top down and you want to use that to lock anything in just for a few minutes, if you're leaving the car, you can. So that's your interior. I'll show you the roof. Obviously the RF, the style I think is very, very nice. That rear, the rear of the car is just it's lovely looking, and the top obviously comes down automatically, so you've got your fixed and proper glass screen there, which is really nice. That's heated as well. So I'll show you how the top works. Nice and easy, no messing around like you did with the old soft top. So there's your controls here in the middle, so we just push that up, and obviously the windows pop down a fraction like that, and then the top just undoes by itself there and all the way down. So there we go, and folds down into the back as well, and then it beeps to let us know that's it all the way down. So I'll give you a look. So there we are, that's the top all the way down, and obviously what you want is your windows down as well, so stick them down. There we go, just to complete the convertible look. There we go, that's better. So yeah, it's still a very, very stylish looking car. Your alloy wheels are nice condition. That, by the way, is Bridgestone tyres. There we go, and they all have excellent tread. So 4 Bridgestone tyres with fantastic tread on. So a quick look in the boot. The car does have a decent size little boot there for you. We're very, very fussy in terms of checking over cars. If we lift this boot forward and just look, all the metal and welding and everything is original, so there are no signs of damage to the car. You've also got rear parking sensors here as well, which is handy, so just some of those modern additions. So guarantee I said I would let you know about. What you get with this car from us is a 3-month guarantee covering everything. Now, people are used to longer warranties, which is fine. If you want a longer warranty, we can provide a 1-year or a 2-year warranty for you. The reason that we don't provide that as standard is because some dealers say, you know, a 6-month, 1-year warranty, and it sounds good, but of course warranties don't cover everything. And we want to give you complete peace of mind, and we want to make sure that you have a guarantee that covers any faults at all in the car, from, you know, a mechanical fault like the engine blowing up through to something more minor like an electric window going faulty or something like that. So we provide our own guarantee for 3 months, covering everything on the car. So any faults at all on this car would be covered for that time, which is long enough for you to know the car was fault-free when you got it, and just give you the peace of mind, and you get that in writing as well. As I say, do Google our reviews and you'll see that we look after customers and don't mess around. If you want 1 year or 2 year, that's not a problem. Ask us for a quote and we can do a longer warranty that would cover, you know, some of the items or some of the more major things. But as I say, if you've had a Mazda before, you know how reliable they are. This has got the full Mazda service history. It comes with a full fresh service from us and a fresh year's MOT, excellent Bridgestone tyres all round, and is just a stunning car and very rare low mileage. Price wise, hopefully you'll see this is a very competitive price. The reason for that is because we're a small family run dealership. We have low overheads. This car came in as a trade-in and we're really just looking to move it on. So we're offering it out at a very, very competitive price. Anyway, I'll stop going on about this car. It does look nice, and if you want to get in touch, we'll be happy to help. And hopefully that video was helpful. And we look forward to meeting you for test drive or for delivery. As I say, free within 200 miles, or ask us for a quote if you're further than that. Thanks, folks.